And once again, welcome back everybody for some Mechabellum. This is a replay of me playing against Mr. C. Morrow, or however you might call his name. We are starting as Amp Spec with Mustangs and Hounds, and our opponent is starting with Steel Bulls and Hounds. So the Hounds are the common factor here. He adds another steel ball pack and some crawlers because he is course control specialist and I'm amplifier specialist as mentioned before. And yeah, we're going to be headbutting here a bit. And the special thing that this game is all about is the Vulcan. Because those who know me know that I absolutely hate Vulcans. I really don't like fighting against them. It feels like fighting into a wall that chaff clears and spawns DPS carry units. Oh wait, that's actually how it is. I'm gonna keep the camera this way because I'm not currently at my keyboard, and using the middle mouse to rotate the battlefield can sometimes cause everything to freeze up the picture, so I don't do it. This is somewhat weird of a bug with OBS, it would seem. Though it seems that the cat has vacated, right now at least, it has vacated the seat that I'm usually sitting in. Because right now I'm lying on my bed and I'm rather tired. I think you might be able to hear it. Why am I playing the first round 2 times? Ah, who cares? I really think this game is just awesome and I'm really tired, but I did want to show this off as the first episode. I wanted to originally click the buttons here. But we're gonna have to wait until round 2. Nothing much happened in the first round. We did actually win. And we are now being gifted some fairly basic units, I'm gonna say. I've picked up the double Arclight because 2 Arclights this early on against this kind of unit set, I don't even think it's bad. We do get another crawler here. And let's just zoom in this a little bit. The opponent picked the sledgehammers instead, so those are going to be a major roadblock, at least for the first few rounds here. I'm picking up another Mustang, throwing it on this side, giving it the 3rd amp core, so that's basically all of these units taken care of. And the opponent, well, he used these sledges, and he's tanking with them here. He's also throwing this here. I think he might be expecting me to go into a steel ball mirror or something like that. I could technically see that happening. For the moment, they are just roadblocks. Okay, he actually repositioned and he now put these sledgehammers in the flank. Meanwhile, we have a bit of a pull set up ourselves here. Now, the unfortunate part is that this is aggroing the Mustangs. And now I can actually switch on the automatic camera. So the Arclight didn't get protected by means of pure DPS, and this means that the steel ball got to kill it, but that's kind of a very minor interaction. Here, however, the Arclight and the crawler have been doing great work. The steel balls are just now returning. We've had so many Mustangs surviving and getting in on the action against one of the against the high-level sledges, the ones that were put in the middle to tank, but they actually overcame the HP and destroyed them fairly easily, and as you can see, they are leveling. This is pretty bad for my opponent, but yeah. Remember, he's cost control spec, he can afford to just throw something out, something big. And here we have it, extended range Vulcan. I didn't even notice all game that they were extended range, until just now. Okay. Well, I was wondering why they had so few HP, so that kinda explains it. So, extended range Vulcans, which obviously increases the range, but decreases HP. We do have an item here, but I don't have a Mustang currently to put that item on. And I don't really have the money to do any new spawns here that would take this item and actually do something with it. So I think I decided to just throw it on this Arclight, yeah. And that means that it can just destroy some more things more quickly. Steel balls here got sold, that is in part to finance this Vulcan, and boy, I was so unhappy to see that. Like, at this point I was generally genuinely getting mad. Because let's just watch the XP bar. Oh boy, it's already 3/4 about. And you can basically just see it jump whenever a batch of Mustangs dies. We do get a tower here thanks to this Arclight who has been literally coming through, but it doesn't even matter because the fight is already at the end. And there is now a level 2 Vulcan here. And not just that, we also get a nano repair kit. Now, in my oblivious nature of not realizing that this Vulcan could actually be javelined quite easily, I was still thinking that a level 2 giant is actually immune against, or well, not immune, but will not as easily die against a javelin, and then a heal would just heal it all back. That probably was somewhere in my thought process as well, I think. I decided to do something else. I threw down the first few scorpions. One of them directly here to feast on these leveled sledges, the other one just going up on the same side. My opponent has dropped another Vulcan, and another Vulcan. So it's 3 Vulcans already, and I believe he also spawned, well not spawned, but he also picked up some marksmen. At the very least unlocked them, I believe. So these Scorpions are doing a fine job tanking, but they can't tank that forever. We are doing a good amount of damage here, but the sad thing is that these Vulcans are just farming XP. That Vulcan had just leveled, it's already over half to the next level, which is quite disgusting in my opinion. Now, what else do we have? Not really that much that helps. I think the Phantom Rays are the best pick for me, at least here. My opponent picks the Farseer. Makes sense. He wants something to protect him against any potential shenanigans that I can throw at him. I recovered the item from the flanking Arclight. That thing has kind of outlived its purpose. And we are spawning leveled Scorpions here. Of course, that's what we need. Well, 1 level Scorpion and 1 Mustang, so we can use the item and kind of open another front here. There is something interesting to be said, like for the moment you can see that my opponent kinda, it feels like has all the tempo. Here's the Marksman that he added range on, and Best Partner is also unlocked. The Vulcans themselves don't have range, so they actually share the same range right now as these, yeah, thank you, cat. I also love you a lot. So they actually have the same range as the Mustangs, so we could range the Mustangs to change that. Well, actually, hang on, no. They are extended range. What am I talking about? They have higher range. My mind still hasn't fully recognized that this is extended range Vulcan. The Scorpions do need to get close, but we're kind of in a headbutt anyway, so range really isn't that big of a problem. Here is more than enough marksmen to get rid of these Phantom Rays, and my opponent is doing the build. The most disgusting build that exists in my opinion. Spawning carry units with your chaff drill and tank units, and he does not have the Fang spawning here, although he could in theory of course run that build in the future. That is not what we are finding here. There's 1 brave Scorpion left, so I'm not losing too much HP here. But you can clearly see that this build is picking up. This Vulcan may... Nope, it did barely not level, which is kind of the only good news. This Vulcan leveled. And here's the intensive training.